everyone, welcome to yoga. Today we're going to focus on our hamstrings and hips, and just like quick little practice for today. If you happen to have a yoga strap at your home, you can go ahead and pull that out. You can also use a belt as well. Another great option if you don't have a yoga strap is to use a scarf. Scarf can act as a great prop and a great tool as well too. Okay, so we're going to get started right away in just a seated position. We'll come to our the strapped scarf props in a little bit. Okay, so just start in a nice easy cross-legged position. Let's actually just fold forward here quick, going right away into like a nice little hip opener already. Okay, so drop your head, make it heavy. Slowly come on up to seated. Sitting up nice and tall. Okay, go ahead and bring your left hand down, right arm up and over, nice big side body stretch. Inhaling, slowly switching sides. Good, coming on up, switching the cross of your legs, the other leg is crossed in front, gently just fold forward, nice gentle forward fold. Gently rise on up again, and the nice little side body stretches again. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Slowly switching sides, left hand down, right arm up and over. Inhaling, coming on up, bringing the soles of your feet together, knees out nice and wide. Okay, making a nice big wide diamond shape here. Gently just fold over your hips. Okay, and again, starting to focus just on the hips. Your spine can be rounded here. And start to connect with your breath. Slowing your breath down. And inhaling, slowly coming on up, coming right back up to seated. Hands will gently just touch the tops of your knees or your shins here, okay? And then we'll move just in and out of cat and cow. So inhaling, arch up, look up towards the sky. Exhaling, round your spine. I'm pressing my hands into my shins and my shins into my hands just to get a little resistance here. And then inhaling, looking up towards the sky. Cow, rounding your spine, cat. So it's just a nice seated cat and cow. Good, lifting up. And rounding your spine. Let's do one more just like that. Inhaling, lifting your chest up towards the sky. Exhaling, slowly rounding. And coming right back up to seated. Okay, we'll make our way onto, into tabletop. Okay, so fingers spread out nice and wide. Okay, let's stretch this right leg back behind us. And then really grounding down. Left arm will reach up over your head, thumb up towards the sky. And finding a little counterbalance, lifting this right leg up off the mat. Good, bringing your elbow and knee together to touch 3 times. So round your spine. Inhaling, reach right back up. Good, rounding your spine, elbow towards your knee. Inhale, reach up. Last one, elbow towards your knee, round your spine. Extend back out, gently lowering back down and switching sides. Left leg extends back, right arm up over your head, thumb up towards the sky, press the floor away, lift your left toes up off the mat. Good, 3 taps, connect your breath, elbow towards your knee, reach right back open. Elbow towards your knee, round your spine, lift right back out. Last one, rounding your spine, elbow towards your knee, inhaling, reaching back out. And then slowly lowering everything back down. Good, now a round of cat and cow. On your hands and knees here. Okay, great. And then from here, we're going to step our left foot forward, okay? So stepping your left foot up to the top of your mat, we'll come into this low lunge. Okay, bending into your left knee. Roll your shoulders, lift your chest and your heart. Good, take a nice big deep inhale here. exhaling, shift your hips back, half split. Okay, so this might be, pretty intense right away, so take your time. If your knee needs to be bent, that's fine, okay? So knee can be bent, you can still lift up and over your left leg, and you'll still get a nice big deep stretch through your left hamstring, okay? And then over time, as we hold here, maybe your left leg starts to straighten, okay? But again, don't rush into it, take your time. We're gonna be doing more hamstring stretches, so this isn't the first one, okay? This is the first of many. Okay, so just be patient. Again, don't let your ego take over. Really tune in and listen to what you need in this moment. Okay, great. Let's bend back into this left leg. Okay, plant your hands. We're going to step back into our tabletop again. Tucking your toes under, we'll hover our knees up off the mat. So keep a nice long spine here. Just hover your knees just ever so slightly, engaging the core. We got to create a little bit of fire here, a little bit of resistance so that when we release, everything should feel really good. Okay, so lower your knees back down, right foot steps forward, low lunge with the hands down. Okay, and if it took you a minute to kind of step this right foot up, that's fine. You can always walk the left knee back so that you can come into this deeper lunge here. So you get a nice big stretch through the hip flexor, rolling the shoulders, lifting up through the chest and the heart. Shifting your hips back, we'll come into the hamstring stretch. Again, take those little steps. Each step you take to go deeper into the hamstring stretch. Okay, be patient, be kind to your body. Got a few more deep breaths here. Okay, good. Slowly start to bend back into this right leg. Okay, stepping back, tabletop pose. Toes are going to tuck under. Lifting your hips up towards the sky, coming into your first downward facing dog. Okay, just notice right away, your hamstrings feel nice and open. This might feel really great in your legs, okay? And then we're gonna work on our chest here so that feels just as open as well, okay? So from here, let's lower down onto our knees. Gently shift back into a seated pose. Okay, you can sit back onto your heels or you can sit cross-legged. And this is where we'll grab our strap or our scarf, okay? Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, strap in your hands, and then slowly bring your arms out about shoulder distance apart or even wider. So I have to go a little bit wider because my shoulders are a little bit tighter here. Okay, so make the strap nice and taut. Bring your shoulders back into space. With straight arms, you're going to reach your arms up over your head. Bending your elbows out to the sides, see if you can bring the strap behind your head, and then slowly stretch your arms back up towards the sky. Find resistance in your arms here. My arms are shaking, okay? So I'm really pulling the strap apart, like I'm ripping it apart. You can even see my arms shake here as I'm pulling the strap up and down. Okay, you can make this as easy as you want to or as hard as you'd like, okay? Try again to go to your edge to make it a little challenging, okay, so that you start to develop some strength. Good, let's just do 3 more, bending your elbows out to the side. Again, make your strap nice and taut. Find resistance here. Good, 2 more, I think. An extra one won't kill us if we lose count here, okay? Last one. And then arms back up over your head. Slowly with straight arms, lower your arms back down. Okay, great. Let's make our way straight away back into our downward facing dog. So here's our second downward dog. Okay, take note how your upper back feels, your shoulders, your chest, your heart. Okay, now everything might start to feel nice and open, which is wonderful, right? Okay, good. Left leg. Okay, we're going to start with the left leg. Left leg lifts up towards the sky. Step your left leg forward in between your hands, coming into a high lunge. Good. From here, arms are going to move into the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot gently out to the left. So I'm going to go to the outer edge of my mat. I'm gonna bend my right knee to lower my back knee down, coming into a wide variation of low lunge. Okay, staying here on my hands, okay, for lizard's pose, or you can lower down onto your forearms, you can lower down onto books, blankets, pillows, blocks, whatever you have handy. And again, really just dropping this right hip down, okay, feeling a little stretch to the left hamstring if you're nice and tight. And again, remembering wherever your toes, whatever toes, your directions your toes are, there we go, your knee's going in the same direction, okay? So wherever your toes go, your knee must follow. Good, slowly shift your hips back, okay? Walk this left foot back to the center here, and then here's your second hamstring stretch. Nice and easy. So now we're able to maybe go a little bit deeper. Okay. Again, not being forceful, using your breath to deepen the hamstring stretch. Bending back into this left leg. Okay. Stepping back tabletop into downward dog, or you can just press straight back up into downward facing dog. Okay, right leg this time. Right leg lifts up towards the sky. Right foot steps forward, high lunge. Pause here for a moment to, get grounded. Okay, good. Arms moving to the inside of your right foot. Right foot walks out to the outer edge of your mat. Left knee lowers down. Okay. And then again, taking those same variations you did for the first side, for the second side, for your lizard's pose, okay? And again, feeling a big stretch to the left hip flexor. But if your hamstrings are tight, you'll feel it through the right hamstring as well, too. So don't worry too much. Just breathe. Most important. And again, whichever direction your toes are going, your knee wants to go in the same direction. So just be aware if your knee is rolling in or rolling out and your toes are in a different direction. Just be aware of that for your knee health, knee safety. Okay, good. Okay. From here, we're going to shift our hips back, okay? And then we can walk our right foot back to the center of our mat, coming into our second hamstring stretch. Find softness. Find some ease here through your head, neck, and shoulders, through your hamstring. Bending back into your right leg. Again, meeting back in downward facing dog. Take your time however you need to get there. Okay, let's slowly step our feet up to the top of our mat. Coming into your first standing forward fold. Inhaling, lengthening up halfway. Exhaling, bowing down, forward fold. Inhaling to slowly come all the way up to standing. Take your time, arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, hands at your heart center. Okay, good. Opening your feet out about as wide as your mat, okay? Or you can turn to face forward as well, and you can have them about shoulder distance or a little bit wider. Okay, hands on your hips, roll your shoulders back. Elbows point back towards the back wall. And then exhaling, slowly start to fold forward again, forward fold. And again, drop your head, make it heavy. Find a little bit of balance here by shifting your weight forward into the balls of your feet. Releasing your arms down. And we're going to bend our knees and slowly roll up to come up to standing. Take your time, slowly step your feet together. Inhaling, reach your arms up over your head. Interlace your hands, press your palms up towards the sky. And then gently, let's just lean over to the left side. Then the right, just going back and forth. Good. Distracting ourselves here at the side body stretch as we're strengthening and opening up our shoulders here. One more on each side. Good. Releasing your hands down by your sides, stepping up to the top of your mat. Inhaling, arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, folding forward, forward fold. Inhaling, lengthen up halfway. Exhaling, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Pausing here, breathing. Good, lowering down onto your knees. Bending your elbows, chest touches first. Good, then lowering your hips down, coming up into baby cobra, pointing your toes back. See if you can lift your hands up off the mat. Exhaling, lowering back down, and then pressing back into child's pose. Let's bring our left arm under our right, coming into thread the needle. Switching sides, right arm under your left, threading the needle. Coming right back up, back into your child's pose. Okay, good. And then let's come on up and we'll make our way onto our backs. Okay, and then this is where we'll use our strap. So have your strap handy or scarf right next to you, okay? So let's lower down onto our backs, knees into your chest, giving yourself a nice big hug here. Let's rock from side to side. Planting your feet down onto your mat. Okay, arms down by your sides. We're going to do 3 bridges here just to activate the hamstrings and the glutes so we find some strength here before we do any more releasing. Okay, so root down through your feet. Inhaling, lift your hips up towards the sky. And again, really root down through all corners of your feet. Hug your knees in towards your center line. Maybe walk your shoulder blades under your back a little bit more, underneath you. Interlace your hands. Okay, you can still keep your arms down by your sides, just as long as you're really engaging your hamstrings and your glutes here. Good. Exhaling, release your hands, lower your hips back down towards the ground. Okay, we're gonna add the arms now, okay? So inhaling, arms and hips lift up at the same time, and they arrive at the same time. So arms up over your head, hips up towards the sky. Double checking to make sure your chin is lifted up off your chest. Good, hugging in towards the midline. Again, keep activating those glutes and hamstrings. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms and hips lower down and arrive again at the same time. Go nice and slow. Good, let's do one more just like that. Arms and hips lift up towards the sky. Arriving at the same time. And again, hugging your knees in. Okay, not so much that they actually touch, but you just want to kind of energetically imagine that you're squeezing a block in. Okay, so you're finding lots of engagement up and around your hips, your whole hip joint, your glutes and your hamstrings. Good, and then let's slowly lower our arms and our hips down all at the same time. Okay, good. Right ankle crosses up and over your left knee. Figure 4 glute stretch. Let's interlace our hands around our left hamstring. Good, breathing here. Notice if you're holding any tension in your shoulders and in your neck. Try to find a little bit of release here. I like to shift my head from side to side. It helps me release tension. Okay, good. Gently release. Let's just switch sides right away. So left ankle crosses up and over your right leg. Interlacing your hands around your right hamstring. You can even wrap your hands around your shin. Again, whatever feels good here. Just finding some release in this left glute. Releasing not only tension in your hip, but in your chest and your shoulders, also in your neck. more deep breaths. Great, gently release your hands, release your legs down. Okay, taking your strap, your belt, your scarf, a sweatshirt, a shirt, whatever, okay? Let's go ahead and bring our right knee into our chest. We'll take the strap around our right foot. We'll extend our right leg up towards the sky. Keeping this left leg bent if your hamstrings feel really tight, or slowly start to extend your left leg out onto the mat, okay? I'm going to take my strap into each of my hands, okay? So I'm separating my strap here, and then I'm gonna bend my elbows and bring them down towards my sides here. So, you know, I'm using my arms to keep my strap nice and taut, and then I'm finding a little bit of resistance in my right leg and my hands. So I'm really active here in the stretch in my upper body and in my right leg. So I'm not just like limp leg, okay? You wanna have some energy in this right leg and the left leg as well too. Good, so breathing here. Good, using your biceps to bring your leg a little bit closer to you. Let's slowly start to bring the strap now into our left hand. Okay, so now I'm going to straighten my left arm and bring the strap or scarf, shirt into my left hand. And then I'm going to use my right hand to kind of help me keep like level on the mat here, okay? First I'm going to bring my right hand into my right hip, and I'm going to press my right hip down and away from me. And then I'm going to bring my leg across to the left side, okay? And it's very small. I'm only going to about my left shoulder, but again, I'm keeping my hip from hiking. I'm pressing it down with my right hand, and then I can use my right arm on the ground or on the mat to help keep me steady and level here. And again, start to notice if your hip wants to start to creep up towards your rib cage, okay? You want to keep working that right hip down. You can even leave your right hand on your hip if that helps you maintain the integrity of the pose here and the space, okay? This space is so important so we're not scrunching or like closing off the hip joint, so we get a nice big stretch through the IT band and the other parts of our hamstring as well. Keep breathing. Okay. Good, take a nice big deep inhale in through your nose. Let's take a big exhale out. Let's bring this right leg back to the center. Okay, we'll remove the strap. And then slowly lower your right leg all the way down to the left. Let's stretch our arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Okay, great. And then we'll slowly switch sides. Okay, so let's start with our feet planted on the mat. Taking your strap, placing it around your left foot, extending your left leg up towards the sky. And then, take notice, one side might be different. You may have an injury on one side, so you can keep this right knee bent, or you can extend this right leg out nice and long. And then again, strap in each hand, okay, so that you can bend your elbows. Bring your hands down the strap. Keep your strap taut. Okay, and then again, just breathe. I'm using a little resistance here, again, to kind of feel like I'm pressing my left foot out through the ceiling, and then I'm using my biceps and my arms to help bring my leg closer. You're doing a great job. I'm all about this positive reinforcement. It's so hard not to see everybody doing these poses. Everyone's doing so great. Keep breathing. Okay, be patient. I even have to tell myself good. So I know that I'm doing an okay job, all right? So be kind to yourself. Be generous. Okay. Good. Okay, now we're going to take our prop, our strap, scarf, shirt, whatever, into our right hand. Left hand is going to guide this left hip down as we cross the body, right leg just over to the right ever so slightly. Good, and again, you know, you can bend your arm if you need to, you can keep your arm straight, whatever, again, feels good for your arm in this position as we're stretching the outer hamstrings and the IT band. Oh goodness. My alarm's going off because I'm doing a little cooking while we're doing class right now. Okay, let's just stay for a few more deep breaths. Okay, good. Let's bring this left leg back to the center. Good. Removing your strap and then slowly lowering your left leg all the way down towards the right. Reach your arms up over your head. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Okay, good. And then we're going to come into half happy baby pose. So we're going to start with the right leg again. Bring your right knee into your chest and then move your right knee out to the right towards your right shoulder, your right armpit. Okay, and then you're going to start to kick this right foot, right heel up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky, okay? Right now, I am grabbing onto the back of my right hamstring or my right knee, okay? You can do that and stay here as well, as long as this left side's not lifting up, okay? You want to maintain the left side, the left hip, the left side body, back body, I should say, down onto the mat so you're not tipping, okay? So you can stay here. You can actually even use your strap if you want to around your foot. Okay, or you can grab the outer edge of your pinky toe for your half happy baby pose, okay? And again, really focusing on keeping your hips level. Again, I like to keep my left hand onto my left hip to remind me to stay stable. And then remember, this is the same position that we just did standing, right? Same position we just did in our lizard's pose. Okay, it's the same thing. Instead of being on our knees and forearms, we're doing this on our backs. Okay, take a nice big deep inhale here. Exhale, release this right leg, slingshot it down, and then we'll switch sides. Left knee into your chest. Move your left knee towards your left shoulder, your left armpit. Kick your left heel up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling. Okay, staying here. Or grabbing your ankle, using your strap, grabbing the outer edge of your left pinky toe. And then again, try not to tip over to the left. Maintain this whole right side onto the mat. Press your right hip down. Ground through the right leg as you bring your left leg a little bit closer to the floor. And again, it's just this upside down lizard's pose. Good, keep breathing. Good, and then exhaling, slowly lowering this left leg all the way down to the right. Let's stretch our arms back up over our head, nice big stretch. And then let's just make our way into Shavasana. Just allowing yourself to relax. You can move your props just off to the side and out of the way so they're not in the way at all. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretching your arms up over your head. Gathering your knees in and making your way onto your side. Coming up to a seated position. Okay, and then last thing here, we're going to use our strap one more time. Okay, bringing your strap into your hands, again, arms about shoulder distance or a little bit wider. Making your strap nice and taut. Let's lift these arms up over our head. Good, side body stretch. Again, keep your strap straight, taut. Good, try not to loosen it up or do anything weird with your arms. Try to stay in this nice long straight line as you move from right to left. One more on each side. Good, coming right back up to seated, keeping your arms straight. Keep squeezing and pressing the strap away from you as you bring your arms down. Again, keep that strap nice and taut, and then slowly reach your arms back up over your head, and then gently, just ever so slightly back behind you to give yourself a little stretch through your chest. And again, only go to your edge. Try not to compromise that you want to bring your strap down by bending your elbows. Keep your arms straight. Again, keep the strap nice and tight, and gently just bring it back behind you so you get a nice stretch through your chest. Good, lower your arms back down, straight arms, tight strap. Okay, let's do that one more time, okay? If you can stay in that sweet spot, or if you can, again, you can bring your arms all the way through if you have some room, and then arms back up over your head. Good, lowering down. Let's do that one more time. Again, staying in that spot to stretch, or rotating your arms all the way back and down. Good, and lowering your strap off to the side, hands at your heart center. Take a nice big deep inhale in through your nose. Big exhale out through your mouth. Just thank yourself for your practice today. Namaste. Bye everyone. Thanks for this short, sweet practice with me today. We'll see you all next week. Bye.